What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of Cowboy Bebop. Faye is officially part of the crew now after last episode with Monkey Business, the crazy Disney villain woman who wanted to turn everybody into monkeys. That was a pretty fun plotline, fun episode. I enjoyed it, and now she's just sticking around. So we'll see where it goes from here. This one's called Ballad of Fallen Angels. So yeah, we're going to watch it. Got a discussion at the end. The time code is in the description if you want to skip to that. Also in the description is a link to the Patreon if you want to get these videos a week early. See the next episode, which is already out over there. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch episode 5 in 3, 2, 1, play. Faye and Ein do not like each other. She handcuffed the poor dog last time. He's not going to like having her around. And just overall, for episodic plots, I would like them to be more like the last episode, where it was a lot of moving parts, a lot of different groups, something pretty creative. Even if it was just a virus, like, that's still a big threat, but you take it a step further and make it a virus that's going to turn everybody into monkeys. That's really fun. And a good villain design. You know, some just wacky space adventures. I'm just listening to the OP. You can't blame me. And we still don't have our fourth person down there on the bottom right. Okay, let's go. Ballad of Fallen Angels. Somebody drawing some blood. White tiger ink. Red dragon ink. Some gangs or something making an alliance. Signed in blood. So they're the white tigers. Not going to dine together, though. Whatever that contract was, not going to dine together. Not trusting. Yore does it. Hey-o! Okay. And he was surprised. He didn't know. And these guys are dead? Oh, well then. Both sides just done. Whatever they just signed together, never mind. That's it. Is this guy the main antagonist of the whole series? Only if Spike. So all I've ever heard is his name, and just from seeing that there, I'm pretty sure I've probably seen images of him somewhere. But yeah, what an entrance. Wow. I was like getting ready for the plot about those two gangs or whatever, and then walking in like that. The hair, the cloak, the crow. It's like, holy shit. Way to establish yourself. So I don't know if that'll have to do with the plot of the episode or if that's just a little opening. Just to establish him. they're talking about it. The guy was on the screen. Don't know a lot about each other's pasts. Oh, shopping! Where did you get all the money? Look at Ein wagging his little tail. Are you? Are you? Exactly. Yeah, they are not really accepting her much yet. Not really bringing her into the team. She's just kind of there. And he is bothered by this, clearly, and going off on his own. And Jet's frustrated that he won't tell him what's up. So I want to know what the deal is. This is interesting, getting some character depth, some backstory hints. Talking about the syndicate. What? Okay, so did they blame that on him? They didn't find like his dead body? We'll see. We'll see about the details. But yeah, they were like the syndicate can't survive off fighting alone. Intriguing. What's the card? Uh-oh. What's up? I knew it. I fucking knew it. I was gonna say, is it gonna be the Ace of Spades? But I wasn't sure if they were gonna go that route. The Ace of Spades symbolizes death, so I was like, that's probably what it's gonna be, right? I should have said it. Damn. Nothing? It's fine. That's fine. You can go in anyway. I feel like she's pretty good at getting her way. Yeah, she's good. What was that? What is that off-brand Pepsi? Got DK Pepper in Steins Gate. Mao Yenrai. Red Dragon Executive. But what he did, not so much. This is a good setup for something horrible to happen. I'm waiting for there to be a massacre. It just seems like the place where that would happen. It's waiting for the Phantom Troop to fucking kill them all. Got Ave Maria playing. I'm expecting a slaughter, and I don't know if I should be. If I'm just twisted. That part's probably true. Yeah, I was just about to say. She's like, what? The dress. Not that she doesn't look good in a regular outfit, but, you know, that dress. She wears it well. So she's in trouble. Hello. Is it that... Oh, I was like, is it that cop again? No, just some kids looking at porno mags. Yeah, you think she didn't see that? Nice. Shit. Snap this kid's neck. He's got some too. I think he took it from him. He's quick. She knows him? Wow, It's quite a reaction to seeing him. Annie? She thought he was dead? After whatever we saw at the beginning of episode 1? 3 years ago. Well, she was close with the guy. Of course, he knew Spike as well. Oh, that's her real name. What about the other guy? This is tense and intriguing. Like, what is... They know her. Yeah, that was quick. The music builds, and the suspense does as well. I just don't know what is going to happen here. Yeah, I was like, he's dead, right? So what's going on? They've just got his dead body here. Jesus. And there's our boy. She knows the name? Or she's just scared? Oh, now we get a name of the episode. Well, this is pretty different. I was like, fun space wacky adventures. Not as much this time. We're not chasing a corgi. We're not dealing with monkey business. This is pretty serious. This is... I'm glad they're not just giving like straight up exposition and telling us everything right now. We're just piecing it together bit by bit. And we're getting quite a bit of information just from the way they're acting, especially with Spike and everything. It's pretty good. Piecing it together. The details remaining a mystery. He thought Spike was alive, but he doesn't get to live to see him come back. Getting prepared. Look at that serious look on his face. And Jet, he just doesn't know what's happening. A little bit. He's not looking for the bounty for Mao. You guys never get any bounties anyway. And he knows the truth. It's important to him. He's starting to realize some things. Okay. Neither one of them will share the details. Hey. That dress. Nothing. It's fine. Mm-hmm. You're lucked out that he's invested in going there anyway. The crows. Well, I guess the people at the opera didn't get murdered. It just felt like it was leading to something bad happening. But this music and these visuals, not the usual kind of music, but hot damn. What a brilliant score this show has. Look at these shots. Jesus, this episode is like fucking dense as shit with atmosphere. This, oh my god. This song is making me like tear up almost just because I'm like getting so absorbed into it. And like, look at this. This is so unexpected that we're getting all this. And this is it, a confrontation. This is only episode 5. I'm really glad I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time before I've uploaded. Or not too long after I uploaded episode 4 to Patreon. Really? Because if I had gotten comments saying like, ooh, episode 5 is gonna be good, or anything like that, I'm glad I went into this not knowing that it was gonna be like this at all. Does he care about her enough? Or he's just a good-ass shot, and he knows it. Alright, firefight. Faye should probably take some cover. I don't know where she went. Oh, okay, guys. Okay. Oh, Jesus. I mean, holy shit. The jiggle. It's there. I mean, you can't blame me. They put it there several times. A very clear jiggle, and there she goes. All right. It's probably good that she left. Now I can focus. Ooh. Not invincible. I got John Wick over here. This is a damn good episode. You're gonna... No? Come on. I know you care. Shit. He's good. Oh my god. This feels like finale material. Oh! Holy shit. Oh. It's the ending of RoboCop and or Die Hard. And or any movie that ends with somebody falling. There's thousands. This is what we saw at the beginning of the show. Them working together, being friends, partners. Some woman, is that the one that Spike was with? Who he killed? Vicious killed? Presumably. Sorry, with a gun to her head. It's a big ass explosion. I don't even know what to say. I gotta go back and watch. I was gonna say that, but the whole episode again. Just because, holy shit. To listen to this music again. You know, look at these shots again. Look at that montage again. Look at all the individual frames. Oh. My god. What a. Last time we had this woman who's like 20 pounds and she's cackling and she's turning people into monkeys. And now this. I don't want it to stop. I'm going to be really pissed when the episode ends. I want it to keep going. Whoa. Obviously Vicious got away, but I wonder if that grenade affected him at all. If it burned him or anything, hurt him at all. Don't know how fast he got away from it. Wow. Is that the note we're ending on? You didn't die. Whoa. Holy shit. Out of nowhere with that episode. That was phenomenal. I'm watching that entire thing through a second time before I do the review portion of the video. My god. I'm kind of floored right now. I don't really know what to say. Next episode can't possibly live up to that. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that again. Listen to it again. Listen to the music separately and everything. Holy shit. That was fucking incredible. That was the... I mean, Cowboy Bebop's been pretty fun up till now. But this was the first episode where I've been like, oh, I get it. Like, I get the hype. Yeah. Anyway... Holy shit is about all I got for that one. Now we're going to talk about it in the discussion. Alright, episode 5 of Cowboy Bebop. What even is there to say? I feel like there is a ton to talk about, and at the same time nothing to talk about, because it kind of just speaks for itself. You watch it, you go, holy shit, you let it soak in for like a week, which is what I've done before making this part of the video. I've gone back and I've rewatched it. I've listened to the music separately multiple times, and the music has been stuck in my head, and I've randomly started singing it, and just, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just kind of, it's a little overwhelming to talk about, just because it was phenomenal. Like, absolutely 10 out of 10. A+ episode. Totally out of left field, unexpected. Like I was saying during the reaction, I was trying to figure out, like, wait, what was the last episode that I uploaded? But either way, regardless, nobody had commented anything like, oh, next episode, episode 5, that's gonna be, like, a good one, get ready. You know, if they had, then I would have been slightly prepared, like, ooh, this is going to be a good one. I went in knowing nothing about it. Didn't know we'd get introduced to the main antagonist, or have this fight between him and Spike, or that this episode would be anything like this. So I was just expecting another episodic space adventure, and then we get into this, and I was just completely blown away, and I was so glad that I didn't know anything about it beforehand. Even at the beginning, after the opening scene where Vicious is introduced, just because I know he's the main villain because I've just heard his name, I've seen images and things of him. But when he was introduced, I was like, okay, well, that's the opening scene. We've introduced the villain. The rest of the episode is still going to be some other adventure with Spike and Jet and Faye. They're going to do something else. But no, the episode focused on that entirely, and it was perfect. Like, I don't know the full story here with Spike and his past and everything. But, you know, for the most part, so far the show's been episodic space adventure, and it's the kind of things that other shows have done. Many shows that came after this, of course. But, like, it's really the execution that makes this one so good. I've talked repeatedly about the art and the animation and the music, and Jesus, they're just all on full display here. Like, when he is going into the church at the end, and that music is playing. The music when he was falling was great too, but that music when he was coming into the church, Jesus, like, I can't really express it, like, the way it was affecting me, and just every shot was just great. And, like, I was getting, like, teary-eyed when he was going into the church, just the music and the visuals and the build-up. I was just, like, I was so into it. It was so tense throughout the whole thing. It felt like the finale. I'm like, is this 5? Did I click on 25? Where, you know, I wanted it to keep going. I was like, I know there's a movie. I don't know anything about it. I don't know if it's a sequel, prequel, random story. I don't know. But I was like, can this be the movie? Can we continue for like a 2-hour runtime? Because I don't want this to end. I was getting genuinely upset that I knew the fact that it was going to end. And then it did. And I was upset. I was like, God damn. It was, I don't even know what to say. Just the direction and the presentation was just absolutely perfect. Little details like the Ace of Spades, loved that and everything. Him going around just being fucking John Wick on these guys with his guns and grenades and stuff. Not perfect though. I liked that. Him taking some hits himself, getting beat up a little bit. Him and Vicious, this relationship that we've got going on, I want to know a lot more. There's a lot of dialogue between the two of them where you can get a bit of what's going on between them and piece together parts of their past, and a lot of it I'm sure will make more sense in the future after I know more about them and know more about Vicious, because I don't really know too much about the guy yet, what his motivations are, what he's done in the past. But you know, a lot of the dialogue between them was really good and pretty revealing about where they are and what's happened between them. But again, like, a lot of it is probably more specific and the kind of thing that after you find out the full story, you'll look back on and be like, oh, now I get what he meant. Same with the images that we get as he's falling out of the window, which was just great. Oh man, every part of it was great. Like, I want to spend an hour talking about every scene, but I kind of gotta go past. I can't go for that long, you know. I feel like I can't do justice to it by talking about it. But yeah, him throwing the grenade in there and exploding. I wonder if he was able to... I mean, obviously he survived, but did he get any injuries from that? How much did that affect him, if any at all? Vicious. But the Spike falling in slow motion and those images playing, just that scene, that was fucking fantastic. And so many of the images that we get to see, or little clips that we see, yeah, again, I could go into like extreme detail and try to analyze every single little frame, but, you know, it'll all, I'm sure, get explained in time. It'll all make sense in time, and that's really not the focus here. That's definitely interesting, and everything that's happened between them and their past and the characters and whatnot, but it was just the presentation of this episode that was just so phenomenal and what has stuck with me. But the main things that we get from those images, it seems like the same battle that's happening at the start of episode 1, where he was mowing some dudes down. We see Spike and Vicious working together, because they used to be partners, friends. We see the woman who Spike lost, who seems like she was with Vicious too, because there's a scene that looks like him and a woman in bed together, so maybe she was with both of them. I don't know if Vicious, killed her, if he got her killed. It seems, I would guess so. I don't know the details there. And we see her first meeting with Spike when she brings him in off the street and heals some injuries. So I'm actually not sure. I had assumed that fight at the beginning of episode 1 was after she died and he is going out there trying to avenge her. That might have not been the case. That might be what he was injured from that led to him meeting her. But I still I don't think so. Yeah, I'm just, speculating that just based off the order of images and things we were shown here, but I don't think so. I'm sticking with my original theory on that. But yeah, I definitely want to know more about this woman, the relationship between the three of them, and just the rest of the syndicate, like this guy Mao, Annie, Anastasia, who we meet in this episode, and this other person that was in the picture with them that I don't think we've met yet. There was just so much packed in here. Again, like the fact that it just came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, episode 5, what are they going to get up to this week? And then just this, and this huge bombardment of just characterization and like learning about their past and these new characters and action at the end and this incredible music and art and everything. The sword fight at the end and just the shot, like every shot was fucking perfect at the end, but the shot of him with the sword pinning him to the ground and him with the gun pointing up is goddamn. It was great. Faye looking pretty good in the dress. Not much else to say about her in this episode, just an excuse to put her in the dress. They know that they drew an incredibly attractive anime woman, and they're taking advantage of it. They're like, yeah, give her that fucking dress. Have it be the lowest cut dress of all time. Yeah, make her boobs jiggle multiple times. Do it. They know. They did a damn good job. I'm actually really glad she left the ending scene when she did, because if she had stayed there, I wouldn't have been able to focus on the action and all the serious stuff that was happening. It would have kept cutting over to her and her bounciness, and I would have just been like, fucking, I'm trying to get into the moment. So I'm kind of glad that she left. And I will say, a lot of people love the dub of this show, and I'm sure it's great. That's just not what I am watching at the time. But I will say I really like her voice in Japanese. I wasn't too sure at first, but it has really grown on me. And just kind of, it was the combination of that voice and that dress where I was like, yeah, I like the voice. And fucking Jet, his voice is great too. He's voiced by the guy who voices Joseph Joestar, which is really funny just because the last thing he says in this episode is yare yare. And I'm like, no, that's not your line. That's Jotaro, stop it. But yeah, this episode was super tense. When we got that scene at the opera with Ave Maria playing, I didn't know what the hell was going to happen with the way it was building up and everything, with Faye coming there and them knowing who she is and saying her name and everything, and her being surprised by that. That was great. And then Vicious introducing himself and her seeming to recognize the name and knowing that he's bad news, and seeing Mao there dead, because I was like, they killed him. Right? Is he just going to be up there dead? And yeah, he's just up there dead. And I'm like, I don't know what this guy Vicious is doing. I don't know what he's trying to do here. So for all I know, they're just going to massacre everybody in this opera house. That's how it felt, just because of the tension. I was just like, Jesus Christ, the build-up throughout this was... It's going to be weird to have next episode just be like... an episode, because I assume it's just going to be kind of an episodic story again, probably. We're just going to have something else happen. It's going to be weird. I'm going to have to definitely tone down my expectations and know that not every episode is going to be like this, and understand that next episode will probably not be as good. But it's going to be weird, because again, this just felt so much grander than just like, oh yeah, that's episode 5. It's like, this felt like conclusion material. It was just so strong. Damn. It was fucking good. Going kind of all over the place, but that's just because, I mean, you can tell I'm kind of flustered. It's like, this was just so good. I'm at a loss for words in a lot of ways. The opening scene, we had these two crime syndicates making this pact, this agreement, and I was like, well, obviously things aren't going to go well here. And then one of them explodes, and I'm like, yep, but I didn't expect it to be what it was and tie into this main overarching plot and tie into Spike's past and introduce Vicious and everything. Great opening for him. Great way to introduce himself, to just be walking through this hall of dead guys, long flowing black cloak, big-ass crow raven thing, the long white hair. It's like, all right, that's how you make an entrance. was like, yeah, these things aren't going to go well for these guys. Didn't expect it to be because of him and for them to all just die. I was expecting some plot focused around those two gangs. But no, the scene with Spike and Anastasia was great, getting little hints of his past, how he was with this guy, how he was close with Mao, and apparently owed him probably a lot, owed him his life. Seemed to be the case for Vicious too, and how they were close with her. She assumed Spike was dead 3 years ago, whereas Mao didn't. He held hope that he was alive and even sent out people to go look for him, and now he never got to find out the truth, never got to find out that Spike was alive. The only thing that made Spike, come back here and reveal himself was Mao's death. Unfortunately, you even had those lines from him at the beginning where he was like, if only Spike had returned, and telling Vicious, like, you can't survive by fighting alone. Again, all these lines where I want to know so much more. And every episode that doesn't go into detail about it is going to piss me off. But I have to temper those expectations. It's fine. And I love the conflict between Spike and Jet in this episode, too. It's more great characterization for both of them, and just delving more into their relationship. How Spike, he's not going to talk about it. He is probably haunted by a lot of this stuff from his past in a lot of ways, and he isn't going to be open with Jet about it. And he's even like, okay, well, yeah, then how did you lose your arm? He's like, well, that's not the point. That's not what we're talking about here. So both of them, a little bit, holding things close to their chest. Don't want to reveal the things that are a little more intimate and personal about their past. Jet goes into a little detail. He's like, this is what happened when I got overspirited and tried running ahead of the game. So there's a little bit. We don't know the details yet, but I'm super curious to find out more. But yeah, I really like that, how Spike was just gonna go off on his own without Jet telling Jet anything. And Jet got really annoyed by that, even later when he was like, don't bother, it's a trap. And he's like, yeah, I know it is. He's like, well, then what the hell are you doing? And he's kind of realizing that Spike has a personal connection to this. Faye runs off too, but neither of them really care. But they have been together for probably quite some time and would consider themselves close friends, I would assume. And so I understand it would be frustrating for him to not tell you what the deal is. He's just going to run off and go put himself in danger. He's working with all these guns and grenades and stuff. And you're like, what the hell are you doing? You won't tell me what the hell is happening. That was good. I really like that. There's just so many. It feels like this episode was 2 hours long just because of how much great stuff they somehow fit into it. But it also felt like it was 5 minutes long because I wanted so much more. This was just like, oh my god. This is a great episode of television anime, and I kind of can't believe it. Like, this was the first episode where I was like, oh, I get it. The first 4 episodes, they're good, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop, total masterpiece, classic, amazing anime. Until now. Episode 5 was that, for sure. Now I get it. I'm starting to see. Again, I don't know how many episodes like this there will be, but just the presentation was so incredible that I'm like, okay, I get the love people have for this show. This episode was fantastic. And I loved the comedy at the end, too. It wasn't, like, tone-breaking at all. I thought it was a perfect way to end the episode, for him to just be like, tone deaf. I thought that was great. Fantastic way to end it. I don't know if those injuries are going to affect him going forward. I don't know how much later the next episode will be, because he's, like, fully fucking wrapped up, or if he'll be back to normal next episode, but yeah, I feel like I could probably gush for a lot longer, but I do need to call it at some point. If there's anything else to say, we can talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you think of the episode. Yeah. Is this the normal reaction? Do you guys agree? Like, this episode was just fucking fantastic? Let me know anything you want about it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, share the video with other people you think could enjoy it as well. Check out the Patreon if you want to see the next episode. You get stuff a week early over there. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys for the next one.